Well, World Central Kitchen has been serving food to families and fighters since the invasion of Ukraine began. So far, nearly 45 million meals distributed. And now Russian forces are trying to target that mission and block the food going into Ukraine to help those within the war zones. 2 days ago, a Russian missile actually destroyed a train transporting 34 pallets of food to be distributed by World Central Kitchen. That food never made it to the hungry Ukrainians. Nate Mook, CEO of World Central Kitchen, joining me now live from Lviv. It's so heart-wrenching, Nate, to hear about attacks like this when you are doing so much to help people there. Tell me how the attack has impacted or slowed down your mission to get food.
You know, thankfully, our Ukrainian teams are incredibly resilient, and they did not stop working. While the missile destroyed one of the train cars completely and damaged a number of others, we were able to save much of the food that was on that train coming in, which is great. And we are also sending more trains in. We've got 25 more train cars on the way to eastern Ukraine where this attack happened. Now, really what it does is really make clear that humanitarian aid and assistance is a target. The Russian forces have been targeting the railway lines that are moving humanitarian aid and evacuating civilians. And the train station where our cargo was hit is also an evacuation point for civilians. And so, it is a stark reminder that nobody is immune from attack here.
It's so true. I'm just curious, how did you go in and save the remaining food? Do you actually go to the site of where the explosion happened once things have sort of been cleared or secured, and go in and just try and take out what is still there?
That's exactly right. With these attacks on the railway lines that have been going on now really multiple times a week, the incredible Ukrainian railway staff is very quick to respond. So they jumped in, the folks came and started clearing out debris, making sure there was no unexploded ordnance. There was a huge impact crater from this missile that struck, and obviously very dangerous. But the very next day, our teams were able to get there, and we moved a couple of the cars into one of the areas where they could be unloaded. And, we at least were able to get some of that food saved. Now, the heat from the explosion actually cooked the vegetables in a couple of the rail cars that were not fully destroyed. So just a reminder of, how dangerous this situation is right now in Ukraine.
Wow, those are riveting details for sure. We're looking at pictures right now from that train car that got devastated, one of another transports you had going. And this isn't the first time, clearly, that you have been targeted by Russian forces. Can you even prepare for these types of attacks to your deliveries? Have you had to increase security? Have you had to change routes?
So we work very closely with our Ukrainian teams on the ground, and they try to stay aware of everything that is going on. And we're working with local administrations and governors to know. But unfortunately, with this type of attack, these types of missiles, it comes out of nowhere sometimes. We had a restaurant that was destroyed in Kharkiv a couple of months ago. Thankfully, nobody was killed inside of the restaurant, but 4 staff were injured. In that case, they were probably targeting a building across the street. It's hard to know what they're targeting because sometimes it is civilian. This morning in the city of Mykolaiv, where our teams were working, 3 missiles struck a residential neighborhood, destroying apartment buildings. Our team was nearby, was able to get there with food and water to support the residents as they started to clean up. But you can't really prepare for it. So we do our best. We definitely take security as the #1 priority. And we make sure that, if we are going into areas that are susceptible to attack, that we are prepared as possible. But, again, I think these missile attacks just show the brutality of the situation right now. And the Russians are not stopping. They are not limiting where they are attacking, and they have no restrictions on going after civilian and humanitarian targets.
Well, you're not stopping either, and we salute what you're doing. We love the World Central Kitchen and everything you're doing to help people. Nate Mook, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.